Happy New Year, everybody. We're so excited that we're getting together today. What a blessed way to start the year. And 2026, the energy is already miraculous. It's already so intense. There is so much love. There is so much grace. There's so much opportunity and potential. And we get to choose how we feel. We get to choose who we are going to be this year. And we choose by aligning with the divine and remembering that we are the conduit for the divine. That's one of the biggest lessons that I'm continually shown. Darling, Elaine, sweetheart, honey bunch, we love you very much. And it's not really about you, okay? It's really kind of through you. Sorry to burst your bubble, but yeah, that's how these things work. So, how beautiful that all of us have expanded for years together. There is so much glory and possibility available to us every moment of every day. And we get that glory by showing up as you did today. So thank you for joining us. And it doesn't matter if you're watching the recording, your energy is present with us right now. The divine is everywhere and every when simultaneously. And we feel your energy and your presence with us now. So thank you for joining us. We're going to connect our energy by taking 3 breaths together. As we breathe in through the nose, think the words I am. And as we sigh out through the mouth, think the word consciousness. And then we're all going to mute ourselves and do 5 deep breaths where we hum the breath out and hold one note for as long as we can, 5 times in a row. All right, let's start with the deep breaths in. Breathe in, I am. Sigh out, consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Sigh out, consciousness. Breathe in, I am. Sigh out, consciousness. As we rest for a moment here in this beautiful space of infinite divine grace, we allow the divine to tune us to infinite divine nourishing love, the true embodiment of the divine. We expand and welcome this energy flowing through us as us, expressing through us, through our talents, through our gifts, through our attention, through our appreciation, through our presence. We give great thanks and allow this to be even deeper with 5 deep breaths and hums. We give thanks, and so it is. That was really interesting. I cannot hum and hold one note. I just can't. My humming kind of vibrates a bit. I'm trying to hold the note, but I go up and I go down and it kind of goes. And then I started judging myself because I couldn't hold the note. And then I started laughing because I was judging myself for not holding the note. And the bottom line is the divine understands what's going on. They get it. They understand our intention. They know the purpose. It does not have to be perfect. In fact, imperfection is kind of how we roll. That's who we are. And from the divine perspective, that in itself is perfect. We are perfect because of our imperfections, not in spite of them. So, how blessed are we to notice and rejoice in our imperfections and
And
get a
maybe
laugh
you're
out of
just
it?
covering more octaves. Maybe
Well,
that's the purpose.
maybe it wasn't that radical, but that's okay. Speaking of which, David, thank you. We're going to start off celebrating with you. What can we help you celebrate? I know this is 2 weeks now that we haven't been together, so go for it.
Well, I picked a card from the deck you like, Elaine,
Uh-huh.
Divine Masters. I got Sita and Rama,
Yeah.
and it is Holy Union, Soulmate Connection, Romantic Opportunity, and I was given guidance that it also stands for uniting the divine feminine and divine masculine that's in each of us and balancing them so that we can create and manifest.
It's very interesting because it's always about balance, always.
And I'm just so grateful to be with everyone here. I always am. I just love it. Uh, this morning, I participated in a meditation and visiting live stream that Reverend Michael from Agape did. And it lasted 2 hours and it was really powerful. And also, Elaine, I got a beautiful email from Carla Ortega from the thing that I shared about the Christmas
Mhm.
thing,
Yeah.
and she loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just to fill you guys in, Carla is on the list. She has been an active member with Deborah Poneman for quite some time, and she's in South America. And often her internet is disconnected or her power is not working because they have a number of issues in her country. And so she always gets the recording, whether it's the intention or it's the mastermind group. She always gets the recording and she watches them and she tells me how profound the messages are that come through for her. And she is incredibly gracious and really lovely. And yeah, I'm sure she sent you a really amazing message. Is it something that you want to share with us, David?
It would take me a little while to find it.
Okay, okay.
So, but it was what you just said. And she was very grateful for that.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't realize the impact you have on other people. You can never understand that. When you realize that you are a gift exactly as you are, that you don't have to change anything about yourself, just being who you are is the greatest gift you can give, then you can relax and just enjoy being yourself. Enjoy laughing at life. Enjoy the challenges that show up because they're always there guiding you to expand into love. Always. Speaking of blessings and great joy, we get to hear from Michelle. Michelle, could you? Oh, I need to do that ask to unmute thing. Hang on. There we go. Yay.
Yay, I'm here. That's the first thing I'm celebrating.
Us
Yay.
too.
I did see you on Tuesday. That was a great group. And that's one of the first things I get to celebrate. Um, it's been a really funky, bad behavior week for Michelle. Um, the not so nice part of me was running the show for a while and very sad. Very we talked about it the other day. But my daughter asked me to walk her down the aisle and she gave me my own box, which I'll show you if you want to see after. Okay, because I love it. It just days of she doesn't love me. She doesn't want. It was just overwhelming. So and she came over yesterday. She gave me the box. Got to see her for her birthday the day before. Still not happy that I didn't get invited anywhere, but I also didn't expect it. Um, I got a lot of pictures, and I'm just I'm happy for them. So it's sad for me, but happy for them. And I was by myself last night. Like Holly's away, and I was not sad that the puppy, were not here, and my mind is trying to tell me that you're not going to see anybody this year, and that's crap because I was in the hospital 1 year and I saw everybody anyway. So no, that's just what if it wins, that's how it comes. And just trying to breathe, and I do a lot of the breathing, and I've been doing a lot of the humming. I didn't for 2 days. 2 days I did nothing, but you know what? I'm gonna be all right. I mean, there was one night I was begging to go. I'm like, God, please just take me. I can't. The pain gets so intense. And I'm like, no, not like he's gonna anyway. But still, it's like, what's with all this pain? And I know it's me being out of who I am when it's happening. And most of the time I can recognize it, but sometimes I can't.
What you just said was absolutely brilliant and right on the money. And I want to reinforce it just in case somebody missed it, because that was a genius moment that you just shared with us, Michelle. Every time we feel pain and discomfort, it's because we are out of alignment with the divine. We
Mm.
are so busy being human. We're so busy insisting, no, this hurts, and I'm justified for this hurting, and this is going to continue to hurt, and I still really don't like it, and I'm still really angry about it. And the longer we stay in that, the more we feel that disconnection from the divine, and the worse it feels because the divine's trying to go, darling, you'd feel better if you'd line up again. They're like, yoo-hoo, knock me over the head a few times to get my attention. Yeah, you have so much left to do here, Michelle. You are such a blessing. And we're
I
so
think
grateful that you choose to be here. That's an option. You don't have to come. You don't have to turn on the computer. You don't have to log in. You choose to because you feel the energy of it. You feel the alignment of it. You know that you are always connected to us 24/7, 365, not just for this year, this amazing new year, but for lifetimes, Michelle. Our energy is always connected. So if you aren't loving yourself, I want you to immediately remember not only does the divine love you, we love you. We admire you. We respect you. We appreciate you. We value you so much more than words can encompass. You have no idea how valuable you are and what a difference you make. So please
thank
be
you.
there for yourself, because part of what we are all learning is how to love ourselves.
Working on it. I
Yep,
didn't
we
eat the
all
I
are.
didn't eat the cookies. I was going for the freaking chocolate cookies. I didn't eat them. I
I'm
haven't I
proud of
haven't
you.
I haven't been that there's a couple of cravings, but not like that. I was in the stuff. I was like, no, you're not going to get the damn chocolate cookies. No.
Good
Do
job.
you're not spitting in God's feet. Not happening.
Good
Toes,
for
whatever.
you.
No
Good
way.
for
I don't
you.
think God has toes, but okay. I'm not doing that. He answered my prayers. I'm not doing that.
Good. Thank you. And thank you for sharing. And thank you for being so open and so vulnerable with your truth. Because a lot of people are uncomfortable sharing, and this is a safe space. You are
Yeah.
loved exactly as you are, and
And
you
I'm
get to
so
be
grateful for
exactly
this.
who you are.
I am so grateful for all of you. I love you all so much. Thank you.
Mm,
Thank you, Jen.
absolutely. Oh, speaking of loving, there's that gorgeous hair again. Angela. I can't
Well,
help it. I
thank
have to
you.
tease you. Your hair always
Your
looks
hair is
great.
your hair is beautiful,
It is.
and
It's
it
I don't
always
know
looks
what to do with
fantastic.
it anymore. It's whatever. When I got it cut short, she gave me a straight perm so that it would be, not, but that's
Really.
kind of all out now. So now I just have wings all over the place and it's like,
Well,
There is such a
the
thing as a
wings are
whatever.
straight
beautiful.
perm.
They look beautiful. I never
But
heard of
no, the
them.
straight perm, yeah, yeah,
Never
because
heard of
my
it.
hair is wavy, and so
Must
if I
be
wanted the short,
nice.
like kind of layered look, I needed to get it straightened. So
Straightened.
that's what I did.
Yeah.
But that's all come out. Anyways, I'm happy to be here. I'm so blessed and grateful to know all of you. Um, I've had an interesting couple of days. Last week, I don't think I told you, my sisters and I got together and made gingerbread houses.
Morning conference.
That's
And
okay. So
we have two Michelles.
Yes, we do. Oh,
Oh,
there we
there we
go.
go.
She switched.
Uh-huh. And it big, like big, and it's all like the whole yard was candy, and it was a huge, like it was a huge thing. Anyways, and I was actually in tears when we started decorating because I thought, I can't do this. I don't have any vision for what it should look like, blah blah blah. Why? Anyway, wait, my sister was encouraging me, and um I kept going. And at the end, I really liked what I had made. And I thought, what should I do with this thing? And then I thought, you know what? There's a homeless encampment over close to, yeah. And I just phoned them up and said, hey, would you guys be willing to accept something like that? Anyways, I took it over and they were setting up in their little common area. They have all these little tiny houses for people to stay there, and because it's been really cold. Anyway,
oh,
they were going to just start to do some individual little mini gingerbread box, those house ones. And he said, so this will be a great inspiration for them. Anyway, I thought we certainly don't need all the sugar here at this house when so many of, and so it was like, okay. Yeah, so that was Christmas day, actually. And then yesterday I went with my dad and a former neighbor to look at some condos to see what's available and stuff. And if my dad downsizes, is it possible for like that to become my investment out of what inheritance I might get from this house? Yeah, so just good. Anyway, I continue to meet with Carol 3 times a week. And I am on the last week of the Marissa Peer program, week 5. It's really good stuff. And yeah, all is good.
So proud of you, Angela. So happy for you. Wow, just the energy in your voice. You're having fun. You're noticing miracles around you. You're making a lot of the miracles happen around you for yourself and for others. That's so
I,
beautiful.
I had a very nice walk today. It was very cold on the face, but it was lovely to be out. It's lots of
Yeah,
snow here.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
a very
Ooh,
white Christmas.
beautiful. That is so great. You'll have to take some pictures and share them with us.
Sure.
Awesome. We get to celebrate Ruthie. Ruthie, what's been going on in your world?
Well, I really am celebrating because there were so many things that went on this past month that I can see an answer to my prayers and feeling like it's amazing, kind of like when you're um, being molded. It's very painful, but it's productive. It reminds me of that story of I think it was when Isaiah was he was praying and God said, "Go to the potters." And he went to the potters and he said, "Why, Lord? Why am I supposed to go to the potters?" But okay, I'll obey you. And he goes to the potters and he sees the potter, and the potter is taking this lump of clay and making it into something. And all of a sudden he hears, "I'm the potter, you are the clay," right? And that's the way I've been feeling lately. I mean, I just feel like I'm going through a ringer of sorts to be remade into something else. And yet it's been very, very beneficial. So I thank God for the humility. And I think it was David McBride who told me once, humility comes from being humiliated or something like that. Were you the one that told me that? That was pretty funny, yes. So anyway, that's my story.
That's really beautiful too, Ruthie, because it's funny, the image that I got was when you blow up a balloon and you know
Right.
how the balloon stretches and stretches and stretches, and we don't realize just how much we're capable of. We think we're just this little thing,
Right.
but no, we can be blown
Mhm.
up and then they can like tie us into shapes and stuff and entertain
That's right.
kids.
That's right. That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
Michelle, you wanted to add to that?
I just want to say, in my other things that I do, they tell me that if I'm not humble, I will become humiliated. And I like lived that after my accident because I
Oh,
get in my own way so much that I had to be in a bed for
oh,
months after my accident because I was arrogant and I was complacent. So you said humility in it, and I, I was supposed to share that. Thank you.
That's
thank you
beautiful.
so much.
Thank
That
you.
means a lot to me, Michelle.
Yeah.
And we can talk later.
And nothing is wasted. And again, what Michelle's point, when we feel that discomfort, it just means we're a little bit out of alignment. And the divine is trying to coax us, encourage us, drop kick us in a different direction because we're resisting the movement and the growth that is available to us. So, how blessed are we that nothing is wasted? Everything is designed to be a blessing for us, even
That's
when we
right.
don't recognize it as a blessing at first. I
That's
remember
true.
Deborah was saying to us one time that she always says, "Thank you, God. How can it get even better than this? And I know you will show me the blessing in this when when it's time for me to receive it." And by just saying that out loud, it calms the nervous system because the body feels a lack of safety and the body
Mm.
really wants to know, darn it. And there's so
Ah.
much that we can't know, and the
Mhm.
divine does know, and it will be revealed to us at the perfect time. David, you wanted to share?
Yeah, in pottery, before you start to do anything with the clay, you have to wedge it, and that means slamming it against a table in a upright wall, and you keep slamming it and folding it to get all the air out. So sometimes we have to get slammed around a lot.
Mhm.
But then the end product, after the clay's been on the wheel, is this beautiful, graceful shape.
Mhm.
That is very true. And
Yes.
so, part of being slammed around or having a lot of variety happen in your life is, how do you describe it to yourself? What
Mhm.
words do you give it? And
Mm.
I'm becoming increasingly aware of the energetic cues that are present for me. I notice the energy around the shift that's happening. I notice somatic cues. So, what's happening in my body, especially with my vagus nerve? Is my body getting really tense and tight, or do
Mhm.
I feel a sense of relaxation? And I can choose to initiate that relaxation first without having any justification for it. I have the ability to relax my vagus nerve. Okay. I have the ability to drop my jaw. I have the ability to drop my shoulders. And I
Mhm.
also look at the mental cues. So I look at, what am I saying to myself? Am I saying, oh, this is a big problem? Oh gosh, this is gonna be horrible. I don't want to do this. It's nasty. I hate it. Am I saying that? Or am I saying, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but the perfect people to help me always show up at the perfect time. So I can just step into grateful curiosity and be present and stay in a state of joy and welcoming without knowing how it's going to turn out. Just welcome what's present for me. And then I get to hold that space so the divine can act through me. But if I'm so busy trying to control everything, then yeah, it doesn't work out for me so well. sorry to spend so long on that, but I think that that is an important insight that I'm discovering. So I want to share that with you guys. Well, Julie, I'm so glad you could make it. Gorgeous color.
Oh,
Love,
thank
love it.
you.
You look so radiant, so regal.
Thank you. Well, it's warm and it's soft and it's so cold outside. It's like 3 degrees, so I'm
Ooh.
keeping myself. And I just talked with my son in San Francisco and he said it was raining there. So, but anyway, it's gosh, it's been I I just love being here with all of you. I just learn so much and I feel it more and more energetically, and it's like I'm so grateful for that. There's no other place I would rather be. And these last couple of weeks, so many things have happened in my daughter-in-law's family, and grandma went to emergency care. She was in the hospital, and so we didn't have Christmas on that day. And my son said, "Oh, Mom, you are so, what's a word he said? Something about forgiving or flexible since, our plans kept changing." And I'm thinking, no, because a couple weeks ago, I think you said, Elaine, to bring the energy and my presence to each, and even I did that, and it felt like everything relaxed. Everybody was relaxed. Everybody was um, just by being there and giving that love and the energy, and I don't even know how to explain it, but I said okay, so I kept driving back and forth, and it was like I, I was doing some kind of act of service, a love service or something, and they were so appreciative, and I thought, have I never really listened to being present is so magical when you're right there, and so many things, even being present in my home and looking at things. And I remember on the day, December 27th was when my husband and I got married. So that was an anniversary date. And then I had the opportunity, I swear he was right here next to me, to just let him know how grateful I am for all the things that, I missed when he was here. And, but I'm remembering so many things. So I can still thank him anytime now,
Absolutely. Absolutely, you can. And I want to point out something that is subtle and yet very profound. Because when
Yeah.
you choose to be present and just hold the space for others, the same way we are doing that for each other here right now, and it doesn't feel odd, it doesn't feel weird. You're used to doing that with us. Now just imagine showing up with that same level of grace and
Mhm.
acceptance and welcoming and love and just holding that space for someone
Yeah.
else. The irony, the interesting thing here is not only are you holding that space for someone else, you are holding that space for yourself, so the divine can flow through you with greater ease and joy.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah, that's why your son experienced such a profound, uh, just wonderful experience with you being present for them and accepting and supportive and loving and kind. You didn't make it about you. You made it
Hmm.
in support of them because you knew that they were at a state of emotional overwhelm and they needed that calm, centered, grounded space. I shared this with you guys. I think I know you want to share. Go ahead, Michelle, and I will share something.
I got to tell you, Julie, I don't even know how long I've been coming to this group, but you have grown in leaps and bounds. You are glowing with your energy. You all glow with energy, you do. But,
Hmm.
I've had the honor of watching all of us grow. We all have the honor of watching each other, but it just, I felt like I had to say this. This is what came.
Yeah.
Take a look at all you've done. You've changed. They used to say to me, how can you not see what you see? And I'm like, well, I'm in it. I'm
Right.
in it, and I don't
Right.
see it. But when I do see it, I must be doing it because it's
Yeah.
it's big if I'm aware of it. So yeah, give yourself some credit, and you're a wonderful person with a beautiful, beautiful soul. And you
Very
you
true.
give you give so much to so many, and you have no idea how much. We
Yeah.
all do, though. I felt like I needed to say that to you.
Thank you,
Sorry to
Michelle.
interrupt you, Elaine.
No
Sorry.
worries. Thank you, Michelle. It's very
Yeah.
true. And what I notice in terms of progress is a sense of ease. Instead of having to
Mm.
always remind myself that all the time, I can just relax into it and I can just
Yeah.
be in the moment of it and I can be it without having to think through, okay, step one, step two, step three. And there are times when I need step one, step two, step three. And yet,
Yeah.
yeah, just that sense of ease. And I was reminded of something, Julie, and I can find the link. I saw it on YouTube. I don't know why I was guided to watch it, but it was about how Korean parents deal with a toddler who's having an emotional meltdown. And it was a really great video. The net is, instead of trying to tell the kid, well, don't be upset and chill out and try to justify it or explain or any of that. No, they're totally silent. They lower themselves to the kid's level. They put a hand on the child, like on their shoulder, on their back, rub the back if the child's open to it, and they're just present. They're just
Mhm.
silent. They just hold the space. They are calm. They are the epitome of divine grace, allowing this child to have its experience. And because they are so centered and balanced, the child radiates back in to balance, to mirror the parent. And the
Yeah.
thing that really struck me is we all have an inner child. And believe me, mine throws temper tantrums on occasion. She can be really rowdy. So I have the opportunity to be present for my inner child, to allow her to have her experience, to feel what I feel. And that's really important. There is nothing wrong with my emotions and how I feel. And once I have felt them and I acknowledge them and I appreciate the challenges that I'm dealing with, then I can celebrate the skills and talents that I'm bringing to bear and the progress that I'm making. And only when I get to that point can I relax enough to step into grateful curiosity and move forward again. So,
Wow. Beautiful. Thank you.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I have lots to celebrate over the last 2 weeks, tons of great time with family and, just having a really wonderful time. I've been playing with Chat GPT and I attended an event today called Intentional You that my coach runs every year on New Year's Day. And she walked us through a process to identify things that we wanted to release, and it's all this negative gunk that has been piling up. So set a timer for 3 minutes and write down anything that comes to mind. I'm going to tell you what the prompt is. I release and let go of dot, dot, dot. I release and let go of, and you write that at the top of the page. And then you write down anything that comes to mind. And I will send this in the notes so you don't have to pay attention. I'm looking at my own notes. Some of the ideas that she had was suffering, especially self-imposed suffering, old, outdated pictures of myself, fear of abandonment or feeling abandoned. I release and let go of limitation, of self-contempt, of the need for external validation. I release and let go of not feeling good enough, not being good enough, or thinking I am not good enough. I release and let go of deep-seated emotions, of expectations of myself or others. I release and let go of isolation, of separation, of alienation, confusion, old repetitive stories, I release and let go of my heartache and heartbreak. I release and let go of my need to protect and defend, to justify. And those were things that I'm going over time here. Sorry about that. I'm just going to go over time. There's only 6 of us, so so she had you go ahead and have extra things, but those were the ones that she kind of came up with. And I didn't choose all of those, and I had a few other things as well. And then you set the timer again for 3 minutes, and you do a sentence structure that starts, I forgive myself for. And it can be anything that happened and what it meant to you, but it's only on forgiveness for yourself. It's not forgiveness for others. I forgive myself for not knowing any better, for not doing better, for giving away my power. I forgive myself for past behavior that didn't serve me, for not taking care of myself or for not making myself a priority. I forgive myself for living in my survival strategies. I forgive myself for my trauma responses, for not making boundaries sooner, for not trusting myself, for not knowing what I know and ignoring my intuition. I forgive myself for being who I needed to be to just get through whatever, for not acknowledging and praising myself more. So we took 3 minutes to write that down, to write down whatever came up for us. And I will send all this stuff to you guys in the notes. And then she had us look again at the things that I release and let go of, and look for patterns, look for things that are related or connected, and see how you can group them together, because you want to end up with 3 or 5 of these things, 3 or 5 of them. And then what I did is I took Post-it notes and I wrote 1 on each Post-it note. And then what I did is I got in front of the commode, open commode, and very carefully, not so the glue doesn't actually stick to your finger, because it did on one of them, and it's hard to let go of it. You actually take a lighter and you feel what this thing is that you're releasing and letting go of. You feel that energy of it. You feel the resistance in your body. You feel all the things that came up for you around that issue, whatever it was. And then you set that Post-it note on fire and you hold it over the commode and you do not burn your fingers and you let go and you let it burn and you let it sink. And then you flush it and you let that energy go. You let it completely go. It's no longer yours. You don't have to own it. You don't have to keep it. It was there for a reason, and now you've grown past it and you can completely let it go. So you do that for all 3 or 5 of your things. Then when it comes to the what I forgive myself for, you only pick one thing. I chose to forgive myself for not trusting myself. That seemed to encompass a lot of other things for me. And then you put one hand on your heart and one hand on the solar plexus, which is between the belly button and the ribs. And you do Ho'oponopono, a minimum of 40 times, but trust your gut. You will feel the energy. You'll feel it release. Some people do, like I'm 64, so I would do 60 of them. However many decades you've been alive, whatever feels right to you. And you say Ho'oponopono out loud. I forgive myself for not trusting myself. And then you kind of count with your fingers. So you know when you've gone through the first 10, and then you count again with your fingers to go through the next. And you feel the release. You feel letting go. You feel how you are forgiven. The divine forgave you a long time ago. You're just catching up. And so it's all gone. And it's no longer there. It's no longer an issue. You're completely cleaned and clear of that energy. And then the final thing that we did is it's a purification. So Often people will do a purification bath, but we didn't have time for that. So it was a ritual hand washing. So you go to the sink, plug it, because you're going to let the water collect, and you wash your hands, and you feel all of the stuff that you released and let go of, all of the energy around it, and anything else that's ready to leave, anything else that's ready to move. And what you forgave yourself for, you feel that energy totally dissipating and leaving your body, leaving your energy. And you let yourself wash your hands under the water. Turn it off before it overflows. And then unplug and watch the water, watch all that old energy dissipate down the drain. It's all gone. And you are clean and perfect, exactly as you are. It was a very profound experience for me. So thank you for giving me the time to share it with you, because I know I went way over time. My apologies. You guys are all such huge blessings for me. When I come across something that I found really useful, I want to share it with you. And give yourself the time to really feel the energy and let it go. Different people did different things. One woman was up in Canada. She walked out in the snow. It was 27 degrees below zero or something. And she walked out in the snow and burned the things that she was willing to release and let go of. And she found that temperature differential really made an impact on the energy for her. So trust your gut. Don't burn yourself. Don't burn your house down. Be careful. Yeah, Ruthie.
Well, I just want to tell you that that was so powerful, everything that you just said, that I'm going to rewatch it and rewatch it. And it is really like profound and something that I think is a very, important message, you know? So bravo,
Yeah,
that
and
was
thank you,
very
because
good.
one of the things we make the mistake of is we hold on to the energy.
Hmm.
We think that it's limited. It's unlimited. We have access to the divine. Hello, infinite intelligence, infinite nourishing love. Hello, you're never going to run out. You're never going to. Yeah, there's always more. But wait, there's more. It's the ultimate infomercial. Yes, Michelle.
Sorry. Last night I was listening, I forgot who I was listening to, and they were talking about how on January 1st you have to do the ritual with the washing of the hands because it's the most powerful before a little bit before midnight tonight or first thing in the morning. And I fell asleep to it. I didn't hear the end of it. I just passed out to it or I missed it or something like that. And I was thinking when you started saying it, like I heard this last night, and my mind doesn't always hold on to stuff, and it's different. It's I've heard it differently done,
Mhm.
but yeah, no, it's very important. That's what we do in recovery. We have to clear it out. We have to write it down. We have to let it go. We have to, it's a whole thing, and it's a
And,
lifetime process.
and the thing is, the mind will say, oh,
Yeah.
please,
Well,
you
that's
don't need
exactly what
any
it
of
did to me last night
that.
after it was done. I just didn't do it. I was in.
Yeah. And what we're doing is the mind thinks it's in control, and the mind thinks
Mhm.
it's in charge of everything.
Yeah.
It makes 5% of the decisions. The
Mhm.
body represents the subconscious mind, and the
Mhm.
subconscious mind makes 95% of the decisions. If that vagus nerve is at all uncomfortable, if there's any feeling of this isn't safe for me, then it's a total, it ain't happening.
Right.
It's just not gonna. So the practice that I shared with you is for the body,
Mhm.
not really for the mind.
Right.
So notice the energy, notice the old emotions that come up, and
Mhm.
talk about what it is you are releasing and letting go of, and how it's shown up in your life in the past. And know that this is a gift for you. For one thing, it's showing you your power, that you have the ability to let it go when you're ready, right? So much more
Absolutely.
powerful than you know. Well,
When you
speaking of power, it's
have
time to
what?
do some intentions. David, are you ready?
I have to collect myself after that. That was something. Thank you. In love and light, we are all so happy and grateful that we can share our deepest experiences in total safety. We can share our love in total safety. And we can share our intentions, our dreams, and our hopes in total safety in this group. In deepest gratitude. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done.
We give thanks, and so it is. It was very interesting. I'm channeling you, Monica. I heard my inner Monica saying, this space that we create together, this space of total trust and safety, is something that you carry with you everywhere you go. It's not limited to just our time together. It's perpetual, it's permanent. And I heard Monica say, always, in all ways. Thank you for bringing that in, David. That was really powerful. Yeah. It just gets better and better. Michelle, what would you like your intention to be?
Hmm. I want to be in my center all the time. I want to be aligned all the time. I need you to put this in words for me, but my intention is for my spirituality to heal, or I heal so I can have my spirituality, something like that.
Okay, I'm going to reframe that just a little bit so people
That's
don't have to
fine.
assume the position just yet. So here's what's going on, Michelle. The divine is deliberately knocking you out of alignment all the time. It's not you doing it. The divine puts all kinds of things in your environment, in your awareness, that distract you from being in alignment. Why? Because when you're out of alignment and you go, oops, I'm out of alignment, I'm going to do my 3 deep breaths. I am consciousness. Feel back in alignment. It's being out and coming back in that expands the divine, that expands love, that expands all that is. That's why they're constantly putting us out of alignment. It's not about being out. It's about being that bouncy ball that weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. We immediately come back to center. It's like, oh, okay, no problem. I'm coming back. And one of the exercises that I do that I have found really powerful, I've been doing it for a couple of years now. Something happens and I think, that's not right. That shouldn't be. How dare they? It's always somebody else's fault, right? As soon as I go to that space, and I do, I immediately go, oh, whoops. Okay, I'm in my human self at the moment. No problem. I'm not staying here. The divine thinks this is love, even though I don't think it's love. The
Hmm.
divine thinks this is love. So interesting that the divine thinks this is love. I wonder how this could be a blessing. I wonder how this is inspiring me to grow in love. Now I'm in grateful curiosity and I expand into love. I don't understand how it's love yet. I'm exploring how it could be love if I chose to let it in as love.
Hmm.
You understand the difference there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All righty. Let's come up with an intention for you.
For us.
Yes, for all of us, because this is perpetual. This is the human process. In love and light, we are so happy and grateful that Michelle and all of us are immediately aware of our human need for safety. So we immediately choose to align with the divine, knowing that everything we are shown is a form of love that is guiding us to love and encouraging us to be love. In deepest gratitude, thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. Thank you for bringing that in, Michelle. That's really powerful. It's so important that we don't blame or shame or judge ourselves for our experience. Our experience is real, it's valid, it's legitimate. We're entitled to have our experience. The divine wants us to have a human experience because the divine experiences everything through us. And they want to experience the totality of life, all the good stuff and all the not as good stuff, all of it, all of it. And one of the things that came through for me, it was really funny. It was the middle of the night and I was thinking about somebody else. And I was I was coaching her and I was holding space for her in my dream. And she was really feeling overwhelmed and struggling. And I realized the person I was holding space for was me. And I was guided to give all of that overwhelm, all of that stress, all of that fear, all of that anxiety, all of it to Jesus Christ. Give it to Jesus. Give it to God. Give it to the divine. They know what to do with it. They want it because they want to experience it, and we don't have to. That being out of alignment, that ouch, is to bring us back into also known as awe. AWE, not
Hmm.
awe. Ruthie, you want to share something?
My gosh, well, that was such a beautiful intention, Elaine and Michelle, because I saw it was all of a sudden I was like had a picture in my mind of somebody like praying like to the heavens, and the words align with the divine came up. And I realized if when we align with the divine, it was like his prayers and focusing on the what attire. I had a picture of, you know how when there's clouds and rain below, and the sun is still shining above the clouds.
Mhm.
And so it was as though his prayer pierced through the clouds and he could experience the sun even in the middle of the rain. And that was such a neat image because that's exactly what we have to do when we're
Yeah.
down here suffering because of external situations that are, you know, trying to bombard us when all along the light is still shining.
It is.
Mhm.
And we are being challenged to be light, no matter what's happening. We
Mm.
don't control the world. We don't control outside things. We certainly don't control any other person on the planet. We only control our own light. And we choose to be light no matter what the circumstances might be, or the situation might be, or the provocation might be. We choose light. We can never totally erase darkness. Light requires darkness, or there is no light. How ironic is that?
You know, that's what we talk about too. Like, if it's in the darkness, you got to bring it to the light because it's the only thing. It's
Yeah.
just going to grow in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got something because I was just thinking when you were talking that how come I'm so blessed to get all this pain and suffering and throughout my life, whatever. And I'm like, oh, so the divine can feel it,
Yeah.
and this body is made for that.
Well, so the divine can feel it, and you're being encouraged big time to let it go, right?
I
Because
guess.
when you feel the discomfort, it's like, sweetheart, time to give it to us. Let go of that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's happening. Well, let's keep that energy rolling because I
Yes.
know Angela's got a really good intention she'd like to support. What can we help you with, Angela?
I booked a ticket to go back to Japan for January 19th. And so the weeks that I have left here to just really be here now. And whatever I'm supposed to, whatever. So I have lots of things still I want to be working on, but can I do them here? And so just, is it better to wait and just, weighing what is the priority and just being here now.
Perfect. We'll support you with all of that starting right now.
Thank you, Divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We give thanks, and so it is. I saw you, Angela, every morning doing your meditation and just being really present with yourself, being totally present for yourself, aware of the different projects and the different responsibilities and different things you'd like to accomplish while you're there with your parents and you'd like to make progress on before you get home. Just aware of them, allow them to be in the field, and just notice that they are there. without trying to control them or change them. And then I saw you in that deep, calm, centered, peaceful space, noticing the energy around each one. And sometimes the energy feels like, have you ever tried to stuff a pillow in a pillowcase? It doesn't want to go. Sometimes you're forcing the energy, and sometimes it's just in flow. It just feels effortless. It just feels automatic. It feels like breathing. It's when you don't have a stuffy nose. It feels so good, right? And so you notice the energy around each one and you allow yourself to be guided towards those things that feel more in flow. And you notice how your body is reacting as you think about each one of these things. And you can tell if you're more constricted around it, in which case there's some fear in the body that you can release with the somatic, the vagus nerve. And, or it could feel really open and relaxed and comfortable. You can feel your jaw drop. You can feel your shoulders drop. You might feel little excited butterflies in your tummy because you don't know what to expect. You don't know how it's going to turn out, but won't it be fun to discover this beautiful unfolding? And then you pay attention to, what am I saying to myself? Am I pretending that this is going to be really hard and really challenging and really difficult? Or am I choosing to say, this is a beautiful demonstration of divine miracles in action, and I can't wait to see what manifests? And so you tune into that energy, and everything happens much more easily, much more automatically, with a lot less effort, because you are not pushing the energy, you are flowing with the energy. So you're going to be blown away in the next couple of weeks before you go home at just how much you accomplish. Ruthie, I know you wanted to share too.
I was just going to say very quickly that one of the things I realized in our meditation just now was that we've all transformed so much in this time knowing each other, that we've realized that this is a place where we're all accepted. And because you can be yourself, the words, it's okay to be us. That's why it's so much fun to be here. It's okay to be us. And when there's more than one of us and we're all echoing that sentiment to each other, there's a great kind of, in the quantum field, feeling of, oh, thank God we don't have to put up any guards or pretend to be somebody else, and they're not going to hate me because, my shoes don't match their shoes or something, you know.
Very true, Ruthie. Very true. And I really want to point out that one of the things that you're saying is we get to enjoy being ourselves.
Right, right. When we realize that we're not unaccepted all the time.
You don't have to prove anything. You're
Mhm.
not earning your value.
Right.
You are already valued. You are already safe. You are already loved. You are already perfect. And we welcome your contribution. Michelle, you want to share?
Yeah, when you were talking about flowing, I saw us in a raft on a very smooth water body.
Mm.
That's just,
Yeah.
whether we were together or apart, but it was just like, you just gotta have to balance a little.
Mhm.
And I'm sure everybody's been on a raft or something, like a a canoe, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that, Michelle. Well, Ruthie, you shouldn't mute yourself because you get an intention next.
Oh,
What can
well,
we put
thank you
some
so
energy
much.
around?
Okay, well, I think that my intention is the same as Michelle's intention of wanting to stay centered in God and not allowing all the things on the outside to get to me. By get to me, make me either afraid or judgmental or out of sorts. It's that weeble wobble thing.
Yeah, I'm
You
going to
know?
ask you a question,
Mm-hmm.
and please don't take offense because I do the best to find words that I think will match
Yes.
the energy, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to forgive God for throwing these things at you and
Oh,
causing you to go out of alignment?
oh, sure. Absolutely. I've
Do you,
been,
do you feel the energy of that?
yes, in fact,
Because so often we thought God was supposed to keep us safe and
mm-hmm,
God is supposed to make me feel loved.
mm-hmm,
I get to feel loved because I love myself. I get to feel safe because I allow myself to be safe. I allow to create this. I allow myself to be present. I allow myself to give all of the discomfort, all of the fear, all the worries, all the concerns to God, to let God take care of it.
mm-hmm.
They push me out
Right.
of alignment for a reason.
That's right. That's right. It was one of the things that I used to think when I was a kid. Nobody ever explained what the Lord's Prayer was about or the Lord is my shepherd. And so when he used to say, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, I thought it meant, "Oh, I'm not supposed to want for anything." So okay, there went I couldn't allow myself any preferences. Then, and then after that, when we'd say the thing and thy kingdom come, thy will be done. And I thought, thy will be done. Okay, I was being very submissive when I was praying this, but when I got to be thy will be done, I thought, oh, what if he wants to kill me? That was my first thought. What if he wants me to die? Thy will be done. What if God wants me to die? And I thought, oh my, I've got to be willing to die. And I did that in my heart. But the thing was is that the thought came to me, I have to be willing to die. And I know they say I die daily and everything, but it's scary to die. So, I mean, I guess I'm saying it's like Woody Allen said, I don't mind dying. I just don't want to be there when it happens.
I want you to get a very interesting book, Ruthie, and I know I recommended it a few weeks ago. It's called Imagining Heaven, and it's written by
Imagining.
a pastor,
Mhm.
and he reviewed over 2,000 near-death experiences. And
Okay.
some of them were from Christians and people who believed in Jesus and all of that, and others were Hindu and different religions, Buddhists. And he compares what the near death experience is like to what it talks about in the Bible and how they describe heaven in the Bible. And there are actually a couple of near death experiences described in the Bible.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
fascinating.
And there are some distinct parallels. But before we go off on a tangent, you get an intention.
Oh my
And
goodness.
so I
Okay.
interrupted your intention by asking you if you are willing to forgive God for throwing you out of alignment on a regular basis.
Well, then, that would take away all the stress, wouldn't it?
It kind of
So,
would. If you're playing a
yes.
game with God, I just saw ping pong. Ping pong. You're going to put me out of alignment. Boom. I'm sending it right back to you. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Two fisted.
So, so basically,
Just a
my
second,
prayer,
Michelle. She's got to come up
yes,
with her intention first.
just basically, God, that I will be in alignment. And maybe you can speak it in better words than me.
Sure. Sure. In love and light, we are so happy and grateful that Ruthie and all of us choose to play joyously with great gratitude and humility with the divine, with Jesus, with God, with infinite intelligence. We recognize the value of our human emotions and feelings. We honor them and then choose to realign with deep gratitude and curiosity, allowing divine blessings to unfold continuously for us. In deepest gratitude, thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is.
You know, Elaine, I have to mention that after this time, thank you so much. You have such a wonderful way with words. You really do, of putting these deep thoughts into fine words. You're really good at it.
Thank you.
And also I wanted to mention that what was, thank God, after when I was a kid, went through that period of thinking that what if God wants me to die? Because I hadn't had any spiritual uh, upbringing in the church as far as understanding God. Um, I realized that after I did go through my own studies of everything,
Mhm.
I realized that it is never God's will that we die because otherwise eternity wouldn't exist. We
Remember that.
exist. We never not exist.
Right.
We never die.
Exactly.
So
It's the
because of
physical
that,
body. Mm-hmm.
right. I mean, he's already proven that we never die.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never his will that we die.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one truth that we are eternal. And when I was finally, under reading in the Bible and studying it, then I understood that. And then I could use the analogy with my Sunday school students that it's like the good shepherd
Mhm.
who watches over the sheep. And when I'd read about thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And I thought, oh, why would they comfort me? Is he going to hit me with them? This is what I used to think. And so I would explain to the kids, no, the the big hook thing that they have is so that if the sheep goes astray, he pulls them gently back. And the rod is to protect you against the enemies. He's going to keep them away.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that was something I would always teach my students because otherwise, they
Yeah.
would be in the same kind of false beliefs that I'd had, that
It's
maybe
very
God was going
interesting.
to kill me. Maybe,
Yeah. I just want to interject one thing here, and I know Michelle's going to share. I had a strong realization that the divine is pure love at all
Mhm.
times. That is the existence. That's all there is this unimaginable, infinite, nourishing love.
Mhm,
When we are in our human selves, we experience our humanity because we have fear.
mhm. Oh,
We are the
yes.
ones bringing the fear. The divine is bringing the love, and they're encouraging us to drop the fear, give them the fear, let go of the fear, and just embrace the love. And we're so used to the fear that we tend to hold on to it like it's a life vest or something.
Mhm.
Doesn't really help. But that's okay. That was really beautiful. Michelle, what did you want to share?
Just two things. First of all, Ruth, just let your inner children talk. We all have a bunch of inner heroes, I call them. There are our inner personalities that saved us from whatever torture came our way, when we couldn't, when the body, it's just, I have like a lot of this and I do a lot of this work. So let your little kids scream and yell and talk. How would you feel if you were stifled your whole life? Right?
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
oh no, to thank him because he taught me, it's
Mhm.
not, thank you for bringing it up. I was supposed to share it after you shared Inner Child, but it came back around.
Thank
And
you.
oh, you're welcome. And what was the other thing that came at the same time? Give me a sec. You know what? You go. It'll come by the time you're
Okay.
done.
Okay, because it's time for Julie to hold it in tension.
Mm-hmm.
Julie, what would you like some
Okay.
energy around?
We'll come back.
Oh, yes. Well, I have been thinking about my little grandson Theo is quite ill, and now all three, the Ryans as well, they all have colds and um, are just struggling a little bit. And so I'm thinking that's where I would like the energy to go to the little family
You
of.
read my mind. I was going to do an intention around that. Yeah, beat me to it. Do you mind if I Jump out. Okay. In love and light, we are so happy and grateful that the Ryans and little Theo and all of us and everyone we know, all of our loved ones, all of our friends, everyone on the planet is blessed, welcoming in tiny little nano angels that are smaller than the size of an atom. And they immediately release and remove all inflammation from the body. They heal and repair everything in your body, in your system, allowing you to breathe with ease, allowing your chest to open, your shoulders to relax, allowing your body to process effortlessly, easily, comfortably, allowing everything to feel perfectly aligned with the divine. In deepest gratitude, thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. So, a couple of things. I saw the doctors being really confused, stunned, and amazed, and wondering what the hell they're doing because they're better so much faster. And then I was reminded of a few simple things that we are encouraged to do to make sure that we stay healthy and safe. I keep hand sanitizer in our two cars, and every time I go into a building, when I come back into the car, I use the hand sanitizer until I can get home to wash my hands. You know, if you're a believer in vaccinations, I happen to be, get your vaccines. Do not go to large events where you know some people are going to be there who are not healthy and they're not being thoughtful.
Yeah. Thank
How
you.
did that
I
feel for you, Julie?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ruthie.
Okay, and the other tip that doctors and politicians use that they can shake a million people's hands, they can go into, sick people's homes or touch them and not get the disease or whatever it is they have. Their secret is they don't touch their face unless they just wash their hands. And that's what I used to
Okay.
tell my kids. Okay, you can pick your nose, but wash your hands first, and then pick your nose, and then wash them again.
Ruthie, you didn't notice this, but you
What?
said, okay.
I did. I did. And oh,
You
by the
did.
way, this is the itch that means deep interest, right? I told you that a long time ago. In the itches that I teach, that if you see somebody going like this, it means they're very interested in it, whatever it is.
That's
So
cool.
if you're talking and they start going like this, don't stop talking. They're really interested.
Well, I want to know the next time you're teaching those itches because
Okay.
I want to take it. I want to take that
All
course.
right. I shall
That'd be
announce
really
it to
good.
everyone.
Awesome. So, Julie, how did that energy change for you as we held that intention?
I felt this wave of warmth and then swirling all about, and the swirling got larger and larger, and it felt like it was like whisked out the perimeter in their home, in their everything. It was really, really very tangible. So I think the healing was going on right then and there,
It
and it's
was.
gone.
And
Yeah.
what are you noticing in your body? What shifted in your body as we held that intention?
Oh, a release of holding, like a tenseness around, not a worry, but just releasing it and giving it to the divine. I just
Beautiful.
had a knowing, yeah, knowing that it's going to be taken care of. Yeah.
Beautiful.
If it hasn't already. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And I know that what you were saying to yourself was either repeating part of that intention or just honoring the truth in it, right? You felt you were saying to yourself, this is truth. This is real. This is happening.
right.
And I don't have to control it.
Yes.
That's the
Oh,
thing that
that's
I love about intentions and prayers. Prayer, I consider an intention to be a form of prayer. I'm in charge of what I'm creating. The divine is in charge of how I get there from here.
Mhm.
I'm in charge of what I'm creating and how I feel about it. And then the
Yeah.
divine will get me there. So it's just like a spiritual GPS. Here's where I'm
Mhm.
choosing to go. And I type in my address. And when I say it is
Yeah.
done, it's because I'm done typing. I don't have to type anymore. And I don't have to
Yeah.
know exactly how I'm going to get there from here. As I get to the
Yeah.
intersection, I'll be told if I turn right or left or if I go straight. I don't have to worry about it.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I can
Yeah.
relax and just enjoy. Thank you.
Relax.
Thank you for being willing to play with me on that. Because one of the things that Abraham Hicks always says is you're looking for relief.
Yeah.
There's tension and then there's relief from the tension. And
Mhm.
it might not go from A to Z, but even a tiny bit of relief is just a sign
Mhm.
that you're going in the right direction.
Yes, definitely.
Beautiful.
Thank
Wow.
you so much. Mm.
One more for the road. In love and light, we are so happy and grateful that we carry this profound space with us everywhere we go. This space of pure, perfect, infinite divine presence in our lives as our natural state of being. So we are able to witness what is, honor our emotions and how we feel, and deliberately choose divine alignment and love and blessings again and again and again with grace, ease, joy, delight, and a good sense of humor. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. We give thanks, and so it is. So I got a message through as we were holding that intention that what we're doing is creating coherence in the energy. As we are willing to hold that space and notice that that space is present anytime we choose to pay attention to it, we create coherence for ourselves so it's easier for us to receive divine guidance, and we create coherence for everyone else. We are raising consciousness, all of consciousness, not just on the planet, but all of consciousness, all of existence is enhanced and improved because we are willing to show up in that presence and honor that presence. I know. Ooh, Angela's like, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. My apologies for taking so long. And wasn't this profound? What an amazing way to start the year.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Love it.
Elaine, for doing this. And
Of
thank you all for
course.
being here. I love you all.
Well, so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Back at you. Have an amazing week, everybody. Take
You
this
too.
energy
Thank
with you.
you.
It's yours
Happy
for the
New
entire
Year.
year, forever. Mwah. Happy New
Thank you.
Year. Bye,
Happy New Year,
everybody.
guys.
Bye bye.